As mainstream media continues to tout and shout about the excitement for the CV19 inoculations, let's talk about the dangers of them. Now, take a look at this guy here. We all know this animal. Dr. Fauci, the leading medical propagandist, the man who has lied continuously. Right here you see he's grabbing a vaccine, supposedly. He's on TV getting it. Now, question is it an actual vaccine or is it saline? Soon, you're going to see something else, something very exciting. The man forgets where he had the vaccine. Absolutely shocking. Or not.
I felt a little bit achy, but nothing to be bothering or distracting me. Went to bed last night, had a good night's sleep. Woke up this morning. The only thing I have is just a little bit of a soreness in the arm. Otherwise, I'm doing really well.
Dr. Fauci, I bet you are doing really well, considering the fact that you just pointed out the wrong arm you got the vaccine on. You clearly got it on the left arm, but somehow your right arm is sore. That's strange. Anthony Fauci isn't stupid. I'll show you the reasons why he didn't get the vaccine. Get ready to see the amount of danger associated with him. The first reason he didn't get it is the fact that these deadly vaccines contain epitopes that can cause autoimmune disorder. The article covers a statement from Dr. Lyons Weiler. Funny enough, you don't hear of him in mainstream media. You have to really dig to find him. There is a condition known as disease enhancement due to pathogenic primate, and this was discovered in vaccinated animals in past safety studies, where vaccinated animals got more serious diseases after being vaccinated. And then, when they acquired an infection from the wild-type vaccine, more animals got serious infections, serious conditions, and more animals died. Dr. Weiler has conducted extensive research into the coronavirus vaccines, including those currently under development for SARS-CoV-2. What he found out is that a certain protein constituents they contain are responsible for triggering the aforementioned serious illness. He states, I found that all but one of the proteins in SARS-CoV-2 virus have what we call unsafe epitopes, which are part of the proteins that are capable of causing immune conditions, autoimmune conditions, and immune response against proteins in our own body. He continues on and says about a third of the proteins that might be targeted by autoimmune conditions by SARS-CoV-2 viral proteins, either through infection or injection, target the immune system. But from the start, it looks like this virus has evolved the ability to attack our immune system as a part of its disease-causing capacity. He continued to say that to my knowledge, not a single vaccine manufacturer took heed of my warning to remove these unsafe epitopes from the vaccines before they formulated their vaccines. In spite of being emailed my study with a plea to please consider taking out these unsafe epitopes, they instead decided to ignore the email altogether. He continues on and says, disease enhancement due to pathogenic priming, by the way, is just a fancy way of saying that a vaccine creates new doorway into the immune system, allowing the chemicals they contain to inflict newfound harm on those who receive them. You are not reading that article wrong. These vaccines may increase the risk of HIV infections. Now, the reason this is the case is because the virus originally being designed in a lab had HIV inserts inside of it. This was studied by a lab in India who confirmed that these inserts were inside of it. When they were forced and pressured to retract that statement, Nobel Prize winner French virologist Luc Montagnier ultimately confirmed the study's findings were in fact correct. As communist China has begun to use various AIDS drugs to treat the Wuhan coronavirus, HIV drugs are being administered as treatment for pneumonia caused by the novel virus while researchers around the globe press on in search of a cure for it. As the vaccines roll out, we see that Australia scrapped it due to the fact that the vaccines are causing people to test false positive for HIV. We may never know if those are actual false positives or positives until later on the studies are done. And now from this article. French infectious disease expert warns about the dangers of the CV19 vaccine. The following is a statement from this infectious disease expert, Professor Eric Combs. He pointed out the following. Fevers are not unusual after receiving any type of vaccine. 15.8% of people aged 18 to 55 had a fever of 38 degrees Celsius or higher in a week after the second shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, and 45% needed medication to help with the fever or pain. A further 55% had headaches, he said, while 62% were tired. He says, no, really, that's too much. Perhaps there's a problem. Then Gupta says getting vaccinated doesn't stop infections or the spread of the COVID-19, so what's the point? In a recent interview, Gupta stated that you will not return to freedom or normal life. Not only will nothing change, but the vaccine will not stop either infection or the spread of the virus. Although Fauci claims he took the vaccine, the dangers you saw is the reason why he didn't and why he's lying on TV. The man continues to lie. And that is his MO since the beginning of all of this. He lied about masks. He flip-flopped on that. He's lying about herd immunity. When the H1N1 pandemic struck 10 plus years ago, there was no need for a quarantine. But now suddenly there's a need for a quarantine. What we're facing here is more than just a simple coronavirus. At the end of the day, what this is war on this country and on the rest of the world by agents of China's Communist Party. And until people come to realize this, until they realize the media has lied, until they realize the media will continue to lie to them, we will be in a perpetual free fall into the abyss. As always, stay safe, stay informed, and if possible, subscribe when you can. Thank you.